Hey Simmers, I'm Erin, I play The Sims, and welcome back to the next episode of Let's Build a Story. You guys, we have the pancakes sitting. Eliza took the day off. Bob is going to be working today. He's in his gym jams. He served some tea. So we're loving that. They are also watching the cooking channel. So he's getting his fun up. He's talking to his wife, Eliza, just to spill some tea that they are sipping, wants to have a baby with, oh my gosh, and it's Mama Laveau. Love that she can just walk on in here. I imagine that she has a key. But some stuff is happening. There's definitely still marital problems, but I think Eliza, she wants what she wants right now. And she's in this, like, I'm going to get what I want when I want it kind of era at this moment. So we did do their living room last time and the hallway here. You guys can see a little bit of that dining room. I have it kind of set up for them to like live in, but it's not done. So let's go ahead. I wonder what Mama is telling. I wonder what Mama is telling Bob. Probably like, listen, sir, you need to get some motivation here and you need to talk to your wife. And I don't know what your marriage is going to look like, but it can't look like this. So let's pause it here. I'm going to meet you guys all in build mode and let's get their kitchen and their dining room all situated today. All right, guys. So as we remember, we're here at Pick Hearth. This is the Pancakes house. It's been a minute since I've posted and I'm so sorry. There's been some life stuff that has happened. You guys were very supportive. If you saw in the community tab, I had my sister who had a very serious health issue happen and it was all hands on deck. Still kind of is that way, but it's backing down a little. She is recovering beautifully. And honestly is so strong. So thank you so much for that. On top of it, I live in Minnesota, southern Minnesota. And if you've been watching the news, we've had flooding in the area. So on top of, just normal life, family stuff, I've had to really worry about my basement in my house, which is my recording studio. And where I keep all of my stuff for recording. So I appreciate you guys' patience so much more than you know and your support. As you can see, we're going to be starting here on the kitchen today. I have set it up like just to have them live, to be able just to live. And that's, that's fine, but it's not going to be staying like this. So actually I can get rid of a lot of their stuff. Some of this is going to be staying, and so should I move it? I think I should. I think I move this window here. I have references over off on this side, so if I'm looking off camera, that's why, as a reminder. And let's see, where do I put, that's right. So very first, we're going to start with our cabinetry. The pancakes are, I would say, pretty comfortably middle class. It's definitely less than Eliza is used to living, at less than, her means. So, well, I'm sorry, it's at their means right now, but it's not what Eliza was raised to be used to. She's been probably out of her parents' house for a few years now. Like I said, she's probably been about 2-ish years into this marriage, maybe 3. And this is a fine house. This really is, but it's not what Eliza was raised to expect. I'm going to move this sink over here so that, those that are doing dishes can have a nice view, out into this cutesy little backyard, the canal back there. Like, look at that. That's a nice view. I love that. I actually think that I get rid of this and I switch it for another one of these counters. So Bob is in the culinary field, and usually for something like that, you get rewards as you go up. And as I've played with the Pancakes household in other save files, he gets some really good stuff. But we have to remember that this is at the beginning of their story. Their stuff isn't all that great now. It's not really updated. So we're going to give this like early 90s fridge here. It's in good shape. They take care of it. It's just, it's not the newest stuff, right? It's not on trend. So I think next I'll put in the stove, and I do believe that I put it here. And the Cooking You Pro, I'm not super worried about their budget. They have so many simoleons right now. Um, that's, that's neither here nor there. If they have too many, I'll just take it out for what I think that would justify for their story. We are going to put in a little stove hood. I think I like it right here. Yes. So this is going to be a 90s, 80s kind of oak kitchen. My kitchen is fairly similar to this. All right, I've got those set. Let's pop in a corner piece here. Another kind of skinny cabinet. Okay, I should be able to place this. I'm going to put my bb.move objects cheat on, just like that. And we are going to alt place this up just a smidge higher, not too much. This part is tedious, and if I'm very honest, I don't like doing it. It is a pain in the rear, but it's a pain that I go through for the aesthetics, Okay, grabbing you. This is so free of the grid when you hit alt like this. You can do it with or without the move objects cheat on. It takes your item off the grid. Oh, I'll just put all my stuff down. We'll fix it in a minute. Grab a couple of these. And because I hate ending on these pieces, we're going to give it a nice piece to end on, but not that one. We'll do this one. Nice closed cabinetry. This is actually going to be where we put... Oh, okay. I don't have to do any of that. There was this nicer fridge that I ended up getting them, and I think I made everything in gold to match eventually what he was going to have. What he was going to have for career rewards if you guys chose to promote him. So yes. All right. Well, this is going to up the value a little. Maybe they're like mid renovation to this. Maybe that's the storyline here, because I think all these should match. I think that Eliza would never live in a house where the appliances do not match. So either they're all old and pretty similar, or they're all newer and match. But I don't think that there's an in-between for her. All right, let's pull this big boy out. I think I actually like it in this swatch better. It's a little less gold, a little less pinkies up. And that's what I see for them. I see them like on the cusp of possibly upward mobility. I see them very comfortable. I see Eliza not really happy with comfortable. So that's where I see the pancakes at this moment. Okay, so we're going to be popping these guys up here. Yes, okay, perfect. I imagine that if they want more light, they can move them to the sides. It's not really how it works in The Sims, but we can pretend, we can imagine. Speaking of pretending and imagining, guys, I'm putting this out fairly soon after the Love Struck expansion pack. There's so many things that I am just thrilled for in there. I think this is absolutely going to be an expansion pack. My personal definition for expansion packs are packs that foundationally change the game. So like in seasons with the calendar system, with seasons changing with weather, that foundationally changed the game. I think that the Get Together pack with the club system, that foundationally changed the game. Love Struck expansion pack with Cupid's Corner, with the attraction system, which I believe is going to be base game, or at least a part of it. I'm so excited, you guys. I can't even tell you. We're going to go to this little bistro kit. I'm so glad that it came out just in time for the Pancakes house, because I think there's a ton of little cute pieces in here. So like I've tried it a few ways. I don't think that there is enough space for a center island with bar stools. I could do like maybe one tile wide, but that looks weird to me. So I just ixnayed it. So we'll have like a little breakfast table kind of out here. This is where they eat when they're not entertaining or trying to be super formal. These little bistro chairs are so cute. I think they're absolutely perfect. They're kind of informal if you want to go that way. This is a lot of beige in here, and you guys know I love color, so I think I'm gonna leave the red. My only gripe is that you can see this from the dining room, and I feel like they would want to not hide it necessarily, but they would want to make it not so obvious if you catch my drift, because it's an archway, it's not a doorway. But this is very much in the way. Oh, okay, what do I do? How about if I just do 2 of these chairs, because there's only 2 of them right now. Yeah. Could I maybe angle it this way so that it's not so much in the way? I think so. And then that way it's out of the way of this archway so that it really can't be seen while you're sitting in the dining room. Now, I love these little bistro chairs, but the more I'm looking at them, the more I'm wondering if they're the right style. Because this is very, it's lightly Queen Anne inspired. These aren't very that, you know? Let's get these walls down. I think that we should get rid of these. And I'm reminding myself that I'm probably wanting to do either like a Queen Anne or a colonial kind of style or 90s. So that's really my logic here. This wouldn't be so bad, but I don't like them for some reason. So let's get rid of one of these. I'm going to try a few chairs. My gut is telling me that this is it. This is the one. So let's do that. I can get a cutesy little something on the table. We can make it look kind of nice, you know? So I've really got all the furniture placed. I think my only thing is that I want a dishwasher. I think that this is a nice enough house that they would come pretty standard with a dishwasher. I think that there'd be some raised eyebrows if all of a sudden that just wasn't there. Okay, we can't do that here. Yeah, we can place it here. Doesn't make the most sense maybe right next to the stove. So maybe instead we can pop it over near the fridge. Okay, I think I like that a little bit better, just for kitchen layout. And I think I'd probably like to move no, I wouldn't, because I want like all of our cooking paraphernalia and stuff over that away. Now let's decorate up this space a little. I want to go, I believe that this is a base game rug that I am using here. If not, then it's cats and dogs. I was right. Cats and dogs. Well, right the second time. Cats and dogs. So I think, am I sizing these down? I don't think I did. So I want to put them anywhere where you would be standing for a while, like maybe the stove. Listen, Bob works as a dishwasher in a kitchen. He knows about no slip mats. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and pulled out some pieces for this room. We need a china cabinet. I am okay with that being seen from the dining room area. This is where they keep all of their plates. I'm wondering if we don't have a better swatch. This isn't maybe in the best condition. Maybe we can say that it's antique. It was passed down from somewhere. Maybe Eliza had grandparents that meant something to her. I don't mind this swatch, actually. It doesn't really match, but that's okay. I don't think it needs to. And the dishes are white and gold. I think maybe this is a set that Eliza had. Maybe her parents were like, listen, you're cut off, but here's your set that you were always meant to have. For like a wedding present. I think I kind of like that. We also need a smoke detector. Oh my goodness. We need a smoke detector to go right above this stove here, because, you know, as we learn to cook, some of us are varying levels of fire safe. We've got a little utensils canister for Bob. He likes to keep those close. We've also got a nice spice rack that we're going to be popping up here. We need to have our knives. We have other knives, but these are base game, and this is a family that comes with base game, so I'm going to be trying my best to do more base game friendly stuff. I say that right as I am pulling out some outdoor retreat decor. It's not all going to be that, but I try to give nods, right? So we've got a couple of other bits and bobs kind of up, a little bit of just clutter, just stuff, right? Scattered around. I do love these little salt and pepper shakers. I think that that's kind of actually cute at a table. I don't know what orientation I want it at. I think probably this. This would be best. And last but not least, this is from Cool Kitchen. I think it's meant to be very like farm to table kind of stuff. Let's see if I can't place this a little bit better. Oh, that's actually very low. So we'll put it up here. And let's talk about some swatches, shall we? Oh, this is about like the quarters and cuts of your llama. That's morbid. We've got some stuff. Listen, I don't think that this is a very like fun and peppy kind of kitchen. I think this is meant to be pretty formal. I think probably the front swatch is going to be best for us right now. So let's take a look at some lighting, and then I think this room is going to be fairly wrapped up. We've got a little trash bin, which we needed, covered trash bins. Oh my gosh, I need more of those. I know that it doesn't really affect gameplay, but listen, in my kitchen, my garbage is covered. It's not open. If it wasn't, ew, like there would be flies and there would be smells, and nobody wants that. Absolutely nobody wants that. So let's get these sconces up. These sconces we've seen in the little hallway. I also really love this light from Growing Together. I think I'm going to do what I always do and sneak a little saucer light under there, get this out. See, that's not giving me the payoff that I want. So I'm wondering if I can't do something like this. I really want this more in the dining room. You know what? What if we just did this? Something really simple. Because this kitchen is for cooking. It's not really for entertaining. They wouldn't have had, they wouldn't pour all their money into here. Maybe the stuff you use to make your food, but not the display stuff. This is just for them, for the family. So guys, I think this is all done. It's looking very beige and bland and a little personality less, but I think that's probably A, what they inherited, and B, what Eliza would be going for, So I think we're done here. Let's move on to the dining room, the formal dining room, and what a formal space it's going to be. All right, guys, I have pulled out some items that we are going to be using all around. Very first, I'm going to place this little like almost like sidebar table here. Let's get all the decorations up and off the floor. These are little treats and scones and things that Bob has made for his job. He would have to be cooking and making drinks and things like that as tasks for his job. I've got a little bowl of fruit here. Everybody needs a nice little bowl of fruit in their formal dining room. Whether that's real fruit or not, that's debatable. I want to lean into that it's not real fruit. They just went and got it maybe from, I don't know, thrift store somewhere. These little plates I thought were so cute. This is a little bit high, so I think I'm going to be moving these down, and it's very, very close together. So let's grab these. I'm going to pull them maybe down even here. This will tuck it behind the little sweet treats stand, but I'm okay with that, honestly. I am going to put up these same curtains that we're using in the living room. We want those nice formal curtains to go all the way to the floor. I love the little patterns on them. I think it's very, very formal. It's lace-esque. So I really like using those for formal dining spaces, and I think that Eliza would like it too. Let's talk about this table. I absolutely love this table. This is my very favorite formal table in the game. I believe this is base game. Yes, it's the cornucopia table. And I love these chairs from Cats and Dogs. Normally, I pick one of the base game ones, or would pick one of the base game ones, but I love the stark white on them. I think it fits with the colors in here really, really well. I've also changed the wallpaper, so something a little bit brighter, a little bit less brown and drab. I think Eliza would probably maximize their money, or their money for formal things in this room. The entire purpose of this room is to entertain and, and impress Sims while they are doing so. So I think that this would absolutely be kind of her crowning jewel, if you will. Let me see where I have the orientation for this. I'm wondering, let's move this atop here. I could center it. That's awful small though for this space. Does it size up well? It does. It sizes up fairly well. This is a very expensive painting in the game, especially for as small as it is. Let's grab ourselves a few more lights. Just kind of pop them up where it would be handy to have them. Part of me wants to put another painting here. I'm not quite sure which painting, but this is an awfully bare wall. I think that I quite like this one. I feel like, it's a landscape painting, right? So it's got all the greens and the nature that you would want. I think it looks nice. It's not terribly expensive either. Well, it's 455 simoleons. It's expensive enough, but I feel like it's affordable expensive, if that makes sense. Let's grab a few more of these. We're not going to have like a china cabinet, like I said, in here. It's just, there's not enough space for it and to get all of these little goodies in. And I felt like that was just more formal looking. So let's pop these around as you do. We don't need one in this corner. Oh, and I don't know how I almost forgot this, but we're going to go to base game again. I, for one, would never stick a rug under a dining table, but I think Eliza would. I think Eliza goes bananas keeping this clean. Ooh, and I need another another chair right at the end of the table. Ooh, you guys, this is like if you were going to have a dinner party and let's say invite Eliza's boss over, since she's in the business career track, this would show really well. And I think that that's exactly what Eliza wants it for. I also think that her idea for this was that when Bob starts to get, up in the business world or up in the culinary world, that he can sort of schmooze here. He hasn't been doing that, and that's been upsetting her. But, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. If he's not going to take advantage of this, she will. And this is where she stuck a lot of their simoleons. We spent, I think, 20,000 simoleons on this room alone. And as far as Eliza's concerned, this is money well spent. This is where folks are invited into. And so, listen, you pony up for it. I really, really, really love this room. You guys, with that, I think we are done for today. Thank you all so much for, again, your patience, your support in this series with the timing of everything that has happened. I should be back for good for a while until, obviously, the next thing happens. Ooh, formal lighting. What am I doing? Those saucer lights will not do. Yes, that is so much better. Nice chandelier lighting. That is the nice crown on top of this. I will hide those saucer lights off screen. Oh my goodness, it's very yellow and beige. But again, I think that it's a consistent color pattern or color palette. And I think for the area of the house that all the other guest Sims are going to see, I think Eliza would really likes that. So, guys, I will go ahead and leave it here. Next week, we are going to be working on this little hallway here, and we're going to be working on the great room, like the master bedroom. I would say Bob and Eliza's room, but I don't think that that's the case. I think that it is specifically Eliza's room, so definitely come back for that little ensuite. And who knows, we may finish off everything up here. We'll see. So what kind of dinner parties do you think that they're hosting here, if any? Are they awkward as all get out? Because, again, there's a lot of tension, marital tension here. And guys, I so appreciate, like I said, all of the support, all of the love. Leave a like, drop a comment. For the algorithm. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. What did I miss? And I will see you in the next one. Happy simming.